All right. Welcome everybody to another episode of the podcast.
Episode 3. I can't believe we've made it this far.
Episode 4.
What? Oh my gosh, look at that. Right past me that quick. I'm thinking last week, we're in next week, we're in this week, we're in that week, but we're having a good time. There's 4 out. That's 1 month. We've been doing this thing 1 month live for you guys.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's been up for a month now. Can't thank you guys enough for all the listens.
Right? All 24. Woo, woo, woo. We appreciate
something
it.
like that.
That means you guys are listening to our beautiful voices. Heck, you might think they're ugly voices. We'll take it.
Yeah. This week, we talk about a trip to Yellowstone that Zach went on. So this is kind of a Yellowstone heavy episode. So this will be exciting. Yellowstone's a pretty sweet place.
It's probably one of my favorite places in the entire world. And yeah, I like to think I've been to quite a bit places.
I could see that for you.
It's there's a lot of good things that have happened there, a lot of cool things I've seen. Seen wolves, I've seen bison, I've seen Old Faithful, I've seen the hot pots.
Whoa. You're telling all the good stuff. Let's leave that for the listeners.
Oh, but they got to get excited because we need them to finish the episode.
Yeah, but if you give them all away, they're not gonna.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna not take very long today. We'll just jump right into it. But if you guys could, when you listen, please rate and review the podcast. That helps us out, lets us know how we're doing, and if we need to make any changes. And also, that's how I'm gonna pay off my student loans, people.
Yeah, that's how we're doing it. And then that's going to fund our trip to Iceland whenever that's going to be.
Yeah. So please rate and review. You guys are awesome. Can't thank you enough. Stay beautiful. Let's just jump right into this puppy though, right?
Giddy on up.
All right, enjoy listening.
Clink, clink.
Well, what's up, dude?
Hey, how are you?
Perfect and getting better. No better way to be.
Great to hear. Great to hear.
So, you went to Yellowstone.
Yeah,
we all want to hear about it.
It was a fun time. I was just kind of like this weekend. Had nothing to do, and the park's open. And I was like, hey, let's just get in the car and go. Let's take the Rougarou and go search for Bigfoot.
Yeah.
And it was a good day. I wanted to get a little bit earlier start, but I'm actually like okay that I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was a good trip. We'll get into it.
Oh, for sure. I've got the pictures ready.
Yeah.
So we'll be able to go through them here.
What about you? What'd you do this weekend?
What did I do? I went agate hunting this morning.
Nice.
Solid. It was okay day. Had a handful of agates, not very big ones, but they're super cool. And then yesterday I did like a 30-mile bike ride.
Wow.
So yeah.
Making some money.
Look at you.
Actually, that's for the bachelor party. Amanu just paid for the bachelor party, his fair share.
Oh, there we go.
It's gonna be fun. I'm excited. We'll get to that one.
Yeah.
But actually, with that being said, we're gonna be in West Yellowstone.
Yeah.
I think we take one of the days, take these guys into Yellowstone. They've never seen it. It'd be so cool.
Yeah.
And then we can go to West Yellowstone, go to some of those podunk bars this time of year.
Yeah, right.
They're fun.
That'll be an interesting place to be for sure.
Yeah, well, West Yellowstone's more touristy, so.
That's true. That's true.
That'll be good.
I mean, I was there in the winter, but that's different.
That's a different type of tourist.
Well, it is also different, you know.
Well, yeah, you have
Some
more
things
locals.
aren't open. There's snow everywhere.
Yeah, but you've been there in the summer. Have you
I've
been?
driven through West Yellowstone. I've never like
Oh,
hung out.
well, when you stay in West Yellowstone, it's nice. It's it feels like just small town in the
Yeah,
summer.
that
Fun.
movie theater, that Yellowstone movie theater they got there. That's where I watched the last Star Wars.
Oh, cool, cool. Oh, because you're down there during that time.
Yeah,
That's really
it's right
cool.
next to the little place with the wolves and the bear.
Yeah,
And
the Discovery Center there.
yeah, that one.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Went in
No,
the
that.
Discovery Center. Let me tell you, discovered nothing. But
Well, it's interesting because it's like those animals are in those cages and they're there for certain reasons. Like, oh, this wolf was hit by a car, or
yeah,
this eagle kept running into glass. Like
hmm
so you
it's
see
a cool
interesting animals.
thing for like little kids.
Oh yeah, I'm not doubting. And then the research that they do and the things that they support are awesome. But it's
Hmm
just funny because like it's like, yeah, that's a mighty grizzly, but like he just
Yeah,
liked picnic baskets. Like so that's why he's in the Discovery Center. It's not like that was the mighty grizzly that just evil Knievel,
yeah.
like not Night of the Grizzlies in Glacier
They
Park.
my nieces loved it. They let like little kids go in the grizzly area to like hide the food.
Yeah,
And so I took my camera, right? And I took a picture with my niece by one of the spots. And then when the bear came over to that same spot, I got the bear in it. And then later I went and edited it to make it look like she's standing like less than 3 feet from this big ass bear.
yeah.
Turned
No,
out
that's
pretty decent.
they're huge. And like I
Yeah.
saw, if you guys ever watched that National Geographic Yellowstone Live, um, it they use that Discovery Center a lot. They set up there and they talk and
Mhm.
they showed bears and the thing moved like 1,000-pound boulder. Like they can move incredible
Nothing.
weight, just like push it over.
Yeah, I mean, I was just watching Seven Worlds, One Planet, and they got the North America. I got it on Blu-ray, but they got the North America one, and they're showing the black bears like on the beach eating these crabs. And this black bear just moves this big old boulder. I mean, it had to be. I mean, it's a decent sized boulder, like on it, right? Moved it like nothing, just like puff, one paw,
Yeah,
just out of my way.
it's nuts. I mean, growing up in New Mexico, we had a cabin up in Chama. That's really beautiful country there in northern New Mexico, and uh, it's funny because whenever I think of that, I think of that. What's that guy's name? His treasure. He has it buried. He wrote a book. It's his millions of dollars, and
Is
it's
that
in
the
the.
one in Yellowstone?
It's he just is given clues. There's no direct clues.
Because there's that one guy who just got kicked out of Yellowstone and he was a treasure hunter. He was looking for a
Yeah,
treasure.
but it's this treasure in. I'm looking it up right now. Treasure in the Rocky Mountains. Uh, what is his name? The Forrest Fenn. I knew it was a name like that. Forrest Fenn. He wait. No way.
What?
This is a fucking. This is meant to be. I'm looking it up right now. CNN 30 minutes ago, The Guardian 5 hours ago, SF Gate 47. They're all saying his treasure's been found as I'm bringing it up right now.
Really?
Let's see where it was found. Oh my gosh. But yeah, that's what that guy in Yellowstone was hunting for. And I was just going to say, wow.
They found it.
It was worth over $1 million. Where
Like
is
the
it?
guy said. Crazy world, man.
Some people die doing this. I don't know. It doesn't
Well,
say.
that's why that guy got kicked out because they had to go in and like rescue him. So they're
Yeah.
like, dude, you can't come back in here if you're gonna do that shit.
No. Thousands of brave souls on
That's
his
nuts.
website. He made the announcement on his website. The old Santa Fe Trading Company. But yeah, that guy. Damn. I don't know. I'm
Well,
not gonna get too deep into that because
it's a
that's not.
bummer if any of you guys are interested in looking up the treasure, as it's
Yeah,
been found.
because like I don't know. I mean, there's that really cool place over on the Fire Hole Loop. There's like a little secret cave down below.
I know you love that cave.
It's it's some bones down there.
I know
It's
you
cool.
you love that cave. I know you do.
How do you get down there? I think you gotta get down there in the winter when it's like frozen over, possibly. If it freezes over.
Maybe
It's the Fire Hole River, dude. It's a little hot.
in the winter you drive down that road the other way. You know
Really?
how it's a one way, right?
Yeah.
And we always do that. In the winter, it's the other. You go
It's
back.
easier to see the cave from that other way, though.
Yeah, but I mean that's what
Show your family.
I told him about it, but I'm not good at finding that cave.
It's like right by these trees. And you look down.
If anyone's curious what the road looks like, it's along like a canyon. So there's the look down part along the whole flipping thing. And the other part, it's trees the whole flipping time. So it's by these trees and looking down. That's a lot of information for me there.
Yeah, I know. It's like before the waterfall, like upstream from the waterfall, like just before
Okay,
it.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think I know what you're talking about.
Yep. Yeah, but I didn't do that actually yesterday when I went out there. Car
Wow.
driving by. Get your car fixed. No one likes a loud car.
No.
Um, but yeah, so we are out in Mother Nature yesterday by myself. No one wanted to go with me. So I said, I just kind of threw it out there like Yellowstone, anybody? Nobody was
Yeah.
like, yeah, dude, like I'm down, let's go. And it's like, okay, that's fine. But I was like, I still want to go. I want to get some new pictures,
Yeah.
stuff like that. And I got I got some cool interactions yesterday.
I know. I was looking at them. They're amazing.
Yeah, I started out, did the Beartooth Pass, and it was really cool because if you go in like now, May, June, there's still a lot of snow up there on the pass, and there was a bunch of skiers and shit. Like there's like those extreme skiers that
Oh, really?
like they'll you see the videos of them like helicoptering in at back country. Like
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
that type of back country that they're skiing on. It's just easily
Yeah.
accessible because the road goes up there in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
But it's there's some cool stuff that goes on. I mean, you saw like they had like the parasail kind of guys.
Yeah, those guys are cool.
Yeah. No, so like they were doing that. The one that was a little that ski run thing was working to pull people back
Really?
up the hill. Yeah, it was going on yesterday.
Huh.
Yeah, it was cool to see that. And then I kind of just took my time driving the Beartooth Pass and got into Cook City and drove into the park. And 2 minutes into the park, I kid you not, right by the Slow Creek there out of the Cook City entrance, a moose jumped out in front of me.
Really?
It like I was
I
just
love
driving and I was looking.
that entrance to the park is good luck, man.
I love that. Just it's a whole beautiful process of entering Yellowstone Park. I'm gonna come in through the Lamar Valley, but at first I'm gonna take a drive over the Beartooth Pass, which is arguably one of the most beautiful drives in America. It's a scenic byway, Highway 212. Northern Wyoming, southern Montana. There,
Yeah,
it's
I
it's
love that entrance there. It's brought good luck. I've only ever done it twice, and both those two times I've done it, there's been some cool shit. So
Yeah, like I mean, you never know what it's going to bring because you could see wolves, you could see moose.
yeah,
I knew moose were up there, but like, in the park, most of the moose are actually down closer to the Grand Tetons. So to see one up there was like, oh my gosh, this is really cool.
yeah,
And like she jumped out and started running in front of the car, and it took me a while to realize because I was looking over into the field to the right. She came out of the trees, and I was looking over to this field, and I was like, oh my gosh, like what's going on? And then all of a sudden, I'm like, that's what is that? A moose running in front of me. And then she ducked down, kind of down by this creek, and I stopped the car, and I scrambled for my camera, and I got it on. I got the long lens on. I'm sitting, boom, perfect picture. Click. Why is it not going? Oh, no card in the camera. I pull a card out, put one in, bad card. Grab another card, and by that time she wandered off, and I was just like, oh.
That's
But
rough, man. That's rough.
it was one of those experiences that I'll just keep it for myself.
Yeah, sometimes those are the best ones.
Yeah.
So.
And like it was good. It was fun. And then I drove in and finally hit like a little rest stop area because I saw a bunch of cars pulled over. And sure enough, there was a grizzly. He was about 200 yards away, so it was just more like a dot. You're just like, oh yeah, that brown speck right there.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, still cool, but nothing you can do about he's kind of too far away. Like, and that brings up a good point. We talk about Yellowstone, you talk about some of the animals and the wolves specifically, and I like to, like, you see those guys with those spotting scopes looking at the wolves all day long doing that.
Right?
And it's just like, are you really seeing the wolves though? Like, yeah, you're seeing them, but like they're also like so far away.
Yeah. I mean,
like,
but that's probably because that's the only distance you can see them and see them doing their normal wolf-like things instead of just running from you.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. It's just interesting to me.
I mean, yeah, I get it. You always want to try and get as close and safely as you can, but again, sometimes it's not the smartest thing. Remember, they are wolves, so
I know.
They'll tee you up real quick.
Yeah. No, I just like, it's interesting,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just you're observing from far.
I feel you on that one.
I just like I'd much rather make a moment where I'll get there, but I'll explain it. But the one bison that I did take some really good photos of, I like moments like that with animals.
Yeah.
Where you can experience the animal in its habitat and it's allowing you to experience that. Where like the wolves don't necessarily see the people experiencing them.
Yeah.
But like the fact that I can stand, 25 feet from a bison and the respect between me and that bison is mutual,
Yeah, but you're not going to get that with a wolf.
I think at more visible distances than a mile up a canyon, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, sure, you will, but I mean, you're not going to get the same kind of like zen or peacefulness when you're looking at a buffalo from, let's just go 30 feet for right now, right? 30 feet. If you did that to a bear or a wolf, that's not zen or peace. That's slight anxiety. Like, all right, I got to pay attention because if this guy comes at me, like.
Yeah, but I argue that distance for like a wolf is about maybe like 100 yards, like a football field, right?
Yeah.
And because I've seen, wolves eating like an elk carcass that far, and they're not acting any different as if they were far away, so I think
100 yards is a decent distance for sure.
I mean, like, that to me is like seeing a wolf in Yellowstone. Like, that's how you count one.
That's fair. I mean, count it however you want to count it.
I guess that's just.
I only got like a glimpse of that one in Yellowstone. Yeah. And I'm counting
it. Yeah. No, I get what you're saying, man. Yeah, so I started off there, and Saw the moose. That was good. Saw the bear. Drove to Tower. Used the restroom because that's all they have that's open right now is the restrooms.
Oh, I
There's
bet.
the whole Roosevelt Lodge is closed. That whole road right there, all the way to Chittenden Road, which is the road that goes up to the top of Mount Washburn, is closed for the summer. So I wonder if they're making repairs and adding possibly a shoulder, because that one goes through like part of the valley. You see some animals along that.
Yeah.
Usually, so probably a lot of pullouts for people.
Are the campsites open?
No, a
Yeah,
lot of them
that's
are
what I
closed.
thought.
Some of the ones in the Beartooths are open though.
None in the park though.
I didn't see any in the park that were open. But I only did that drive from Cook City to Gardner.
Yeah.
I didn't really go anywhere other than
You didn't
that.
go south towards Old Faithful?
No, I drove. I honestly drove from Cook City to Mammoth, and drove back that way over the Beartooth's home. I just a quick little drive in and out because I was just really hitting the animals. I really wanted to see, maximize my time in the Lamar Valley, and I actually hiked up this mountain to right by the petrified tree there.
It looked like a cool trail you took.
Yeah, I walked up it and was just sitting up there. I sat up on a rock for like an hour, just hanging out. You could totally see like bears and stuff and bison coming through there. There's proof of that. But then there was also it was interesting because just right down the hill is where Tower was, and that's where I saw that black bear.
Huh.
Yeah, we came across that black bear. You can feel free to show that picture.
We'll get it up here. And up here.
Because that was later in the day when I came back through.
You saw this black bear, this guy?
Yeah. Right there, yeah. Wow, look at that.
Yeah, he's kind of a cool guy. You really can see the color.
Yeah, he was up in that valley. Like he was just kind of sitting on this hill digging and eating for food, and the black bears in Montana, and I was actually talking to one of the park rangers about this. They live a rough life compared to like your East Coast black bears and like California black bears, because of the winters and whatnot, like up in the mountains around here.
Oh.
Voicemail.
Look at this guy. He's popular. He's getting phone calls. It's like he's somebody.
It's my grandpa, and he's trying to set up a conference call with me for tomorrow, and I'll just let him leave a voicemail because I'm doing this. I'll get back to him. He's a great guy. He was actually a park ranger up in Glacier National Park.
Oh, really? You told me that. Yeah.
Yeah, he was one of the first on horseback. One of the first and only. They really only had horseback rangers for a few years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he did that in the early days. He was a Native American interpreter. He did it. Yeah, he actually was working the radios the night of the Grizzlies.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know. He's got some stories for sure.
I bet.
Yeah. No, it was good. Yeah. It was good. That black bear, he's kind of just hanging out. I actually went and parked down below the hill that he was on.
Yeah.
About a quarter mile, I would say. I parked pretty far down there. And I had to walk up to go take those pictures because I just wanted to park my car safely, because earlier that day, there was another black bear, probably the same one that was in the bushes, but he finally came out. Yeah, there he is again. Yeah, kind of came out of those bushes there, the sage and whatnot, and just looking for berries and different things in the ground he could eat and bugs and whatnot. And got some good pictures of him like that, just walking. Really makes me want to invest in like some sharper lenses.
I bet. Here we'll go.
Yeah, I just got
one more picture of the black bear.
Yeah, I liked it. But yeah, it was good. It was good seeing that. experiencing it. Yeah, there he is right there. Just boof.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was saying they live a harder life because the winters and whatnot up here, and so like those ones they're a little bit smaller. You don't get as burlier as like those ones down in the south, and like
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, so that was interesting. And then the grizzly bears, the competition with the grizzly bears.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that would make some sense.
Yeah, so that was cool. Then after I saw that bear, I kind of just made my way back down to Lamar Valley and just took my time and saw some buffalo. Came across that one.
Which one?
The one where he's looking right. Oh, actually, go to the one where he's scratching himself on that pole. That
okay,
right after.
No, I've been wanting to bring this one up today.
Yeah.
Because, all right, I don't know about you, but the first thing I think of when I'm seeing this, I'm like, what the hell? Like, why are you capturing this picture? And for the people that are just listening, it's a picture of a buffalo with what looks like a water metal pipe, some sort of metal pipe out in this field. And he's scratching like almost his like back thigh with it. But
Yeah.
it looks straight up like it's this buffalo's schlong, like full on. The first time I saw this, I was just like, dude, why are you taking this picture?
You can see his thing. It's over there.
I know, but it took me like a little bit.
So go ahead and stop screen share. I got one. I'm going to show you.
All right.
I'm going to show you the same bison and what he was doing. This is, yeah. And I was just like, I have to get this moment because what a smart dude. Like, he's probably like, this is my scratching post. I love it. It's metal. It gets in there. It accomplishes the task at hand.
Oh yeah.
Sure. I'm gonna show you this picture. All right. You see it?
Yeah, the pole is in the back. He's really scratching it.
That's a scratching pole. This bison has learned that this is my scratching pole. So I thought I'd have to share that. But yeah, so after that, then we went in and then I saw the other bison. So you can go ahead and share that photo.
Okay, yeah. It's the one where it's looking right at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So start talking about it.
So yeah, I was kind of driving down the Lamar Valley, just killing my time, slowly weaving my way through, and I was like, I really want to get a good bison picture because I've been painting recently on like my bison and anything with like antlers or horns. I've been painting my paintings to like look like I've beaded the like Native American beads on their antlers, like as if they were wearing them on their antlers. Is kind of the look I'm going for, and it's kind of like a modern twist on it using photos I've taken. So it's kind of, I was looking for some good photos for that today. I was really like, want to go have that, and I just came across this guy, and I just like was like, oh, he's perfect. Like, like look at this. He's just sitting there,
solid picture.
Probably like 3-4 years old, 5 years old, maybe. Just you could tell he's a tank.
Yeah.
Just like that. I love that chin. When it hangs down.
His like goatee.
Yeah, just like it just shows the like dominance. And then he's looking at me. You can tell he's looking at me, and he was kind of grunting and whatnot, trying to, keeping me away. But I like was like I only went that far, and then like that's it. And then I never got any closer to him, and he just kind of laid there, and we just kind of looked at each other and watched each other. And it was interesting because his car pulled up, and they saw me like doing this, and they just kind of like watched. It was kind of weird actually, but that's the thing is people don't understand is these creatures can get up, and he would have had me, and you're going to be worried about running through like a little creek or river, and they have a lot of those there. These guys won't. They'll run right through it. So like that's the other thing is you just got to be careful, and keep your distance and respect them, and that's what we were doing there. And it was just a good animal, man. I like that photo.
Yeah, that one's a good one. That one is for sure. And but the way he's just chilling, looking at you.
Yeah.
It's something really cool to experience. And if anyone has not ever really kind of felt that, I recommend it. It's got the Marky Mark stamp of approval, or my seal of approval.
It's just like a understanding of like we're in this together. It's that like I don't know. It's respectful. I've had that encounter with other animals in the past, and it's just kind of like it's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying there.
Yeah. No,
that was still on the same hike though, right? The hike you did, those buffalo? Or is that
there was no animals on my hike.
Oh. Where did you see the goats?
We'll get there.
That
was at the end of the day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that one was cool because that one's national forest right there. Yeah, so I kind of left the park, left it about 6:00, and just took my time. I took a lot of dirt roads, along that. Like I'd pull off to the side, drive up a dirt road, drive back down it, and I did the Beartooth Pass, and I did it going back the other way to leave, and a little bit ways right when you start climbing the pass, right by that Pilot Lookout. There was a little grizzly bear. That was the grizzly bear.
Oh, so that's 1 second. So that's where you saw the grizzly. So the grizzly wasn't even in the park either.
It was right in the Beartooth Pass.
Really?
On the right when you right after right by that Pilot thing. Yeah.
Dang, it's a great picture. I love the trees in the back.
Yeah,
his color with it.
And it's weird. See the thing right by his nose. Always, man, these little branches stick up in the way, and I hate it. But no, I was driving. I saw this car pulled over. It was this guy from Billings, and they're all standing on their on the rails on the side of their car, trying to look up on the roof and at this thing. And I pulled over and I saw it, and I got up, and I just, because I have a ladder on my Jeep, I just climbed my ladder and got right up on the roof, and I'm standing on my roof taking photos of this guy.
Dang.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Ladder finally paid off, huh?
What?
Having the ladder finally paid off?
It always paid off. You guys don't get it. You guys don't get it. You guys don't get the Jeep life.
I have a Jeep. I get it.
Ish. You just don't get lost. It's a Compass joke. He has a Jeep Compass.
Yeah, that's a fantastic car.
But he doesn't treat it like a Jeep.
Well, why?
You don't. You treat it like it's just a car. You're just it's another car.
It is. Mainly, I don't like motor vehicles.
This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Quartz Lake Productions. Quartz Lake Productions is making a series of videos and photos inspiring you all to go out and explore nature as well as the national parks. You can check out Quartz Lake Productions on their YouTube page, where they have a variety of different videos of different trips and many more to come, as well as episodes of this podcast will be on the Quartz Lake Productions YouTube page. So please go check it out. Enjoy listening.
All righty, we're back. Okay, so back to this Quartz Lake Productions bullshit fucking slap together Zoom piece, everybody.
Yeah. But I mean, you were talking mad smack about my. Oh no, you were talking about Vans. We were talking about Vans.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So speaking of vans, I was saying I was in the Beartooth Pass, saying that pilot lookout, and this family from Indiana, they come rolling up and like they're going like 25 miles an hour in this little like VW van, and it's like I'm curious, did they drive all the way from Indiana in this little like it had little sunflowers on the side of it. It was a tan VW van driving across America. Just everything shoved into the back. Like it was a little weird. I'm not gonna lie.
They're probably living in it, living their lives, doing their thing.
I mean, it was a family
Oh, it's all family shit.
because I pulled over and I was like watching them, and they're like, "Oh, son, this," because they were acting. They were saying like, "Yeah, son, yeah, daughter," and they were not. I forget what. It's not Amish, not Hutterite, but there's like that other one.
Not Amish, not Hutterite. Oh, who are they?
Kind of that old fashioned, but they're modern. They're more modern,
Yeah, who the hell are they?
and they still wear the
Yeah,
buttons.
the weird caps and all that.
It's gonna bug me.
Yeah, it's
But
gonna
yeah,
bug me too.
because it was like because they also were speaking. Is it like a German dialect of some sort?
I think so.
Yeah, but anyway,
I keep wanting to say pilgrims, and it's not a pilgrim.
no, no, it's not that. But yeah, no, they were nice, and you know they were just talking and hanging out, looking over the outlook because you really get to see a lot of the Wyoming Rocky Mountains there, which is really cool. And did that. I just kind of hung out a little longer. I was writing, you know, just typing on my computer away, and it was really cool. And then we went over to. I just kept driving, you know, pulling over here and there, taking pictures of my Jeep because Instagram, you know.
Yeah.
Them likes. That's what it's about these days, everybody. But it works, you know. People love my Jeep. Might as well take pictures of it. Gives me something to do on the side.
There you go.
But yeah, I went ahead and was driving back, and it was really cool as we drove through like the clouds, right? Like where you could see the mountain forming clouds.
Yeah.
And like I drove through like that cloud because you're that high up. You're 12,000 feet up. You know, you're up in the clouds.
I've been there.
It's cool up there. You're up there in the snowstorm.
It's up in the mountains.
Yeah.
Being up in the mountains is amazing. I love it.
Yeah, but it's like the tip top, man.
The tippy top, that's still the mountains. The mountains are amazing.
Yeah. And it was really cool. And then we went over. So then I got over to the Montana side, just right up by the Red Lodge side there. And up on top, came across, I was looking over to my left and I was like, oh my gosh, goats.
Really?
Yeah, came across these goats.
That's nuts.
And
these are basically
these in the
Red
Beartooth
Lodge?
Mountains.
Oh,
yeah, right up on top there.
That makes more sense because I remember seeing this picture, and I was like, where in Yellowstone is this?
Yeah, no, this is up in the Beartooth, and you can see. Look, he's. It was really cool because like I took a few pictures. And I kind of walked around them.
Yeah,
they let me get pretty close. I mean, they're goats, you know, so they're not like they're not too aggressive. But these ones appeared to be two males, but the one on the left appeared to be like smaller, so I assumed it was younger.
Yeah.
And he didn't really engage. So this was like he was just kind of warding him off, you know, like
okay.
Yeah, but it was kind of cool. Came across that, saw, you know, right at sunset, so like they're backlit pretty well and
yeah. It's a great picture.
Yeah.
Great picture.
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah, look at him. He was looking back at me.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to capture the mountains behind there too.
Yeah,
like that's how high up we are.
That's why I like, where is it?
The bottom one. That one right there, yeah.
Because you really do capture.
No, go back. I like the one where he's looking back right there.
Oh, this one, yeah.
This
one's a good one too.
Just the way he's looking back at you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I enjoyed those.
Yeah, no, that was a really cool experience. And then I just drove home, and then today got up and actually went to that Black Lives Matter rally here in Billings.
How was it?
No, I wanted to check it out. It was interesting because Billings is one of those communities that it's got enough people on both sides. So like, yeah, there was protesters. The protest was going peacefully. Yeah, there was like vigilantes, you can call them, I guess. You know, they were holding their AK-47s and stuff and like guarding like the police building,
Really?
other buildings downtown. Yeah,
Huh.
like your white supremacists were out
Yeah.
there. Like everything was. It was really interesting, but like there was like enough people there on both sides to where it's like this wouldn't go out of hands. But there became a time where everyone marched and like there were cars driving down the roads and like they shut down the roads like by just marching around. So it was kind of interesting. And people, there was one point where this guy, he drove his truck. He was from Wyoming, and he drove his truck right down the middle of the road, and they had like a Trump flag in the back, and people, and like, yeah, and just like people surrounded it, and it's like this is where it gets bad. But they just held up signs to the truck, and then when the light turned green, he drove on. They didn't really stand in the way, but I think that those are the moments that people don't talk about. That
Yeah.
obviously someone's antagonizing someone there. I could definitely see that going on in some of these communities where rioting has got bad, especially like in Minneapolis. I could totally see someone doing that and then flipping it, like going the wrong way. And it's interesting to see all this happen and look at it. It's like, I also look at it too. Like we look back at Emmett Till, Martin Luther King, Gandhi, with their type of protests and the stuff that happened along with those, even Rodney King, the stuff that the injustices that happen and how people react. And we always see like, as time goes on, who's right, who's wrong. And I think part of that too is we just got to like, it's 2020, so think that way.
Yeah, right.
like what are we doing?
I know.
Oh,
I've constantly I'm always one of those I'm one of those people that will always, even if I don't agree with one certain side, I'll try and figure out their arguments to that way I at least understand
yeah,
why
well, that's the
someone would
best way
think
of
that
doing
way,
it.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've spent tons of times just like trying to figure out, okay, I'll hear some argument and I'll go, okay, well, and I start deep diving and I go, well, in reality, no, that's a stupid reason.
Yeah.
And I just keep coming back to that's a stupid reason. That's a stupid reason. That's a stupid reason.
Not only that, but like we look back in history and how man has always treated man negatively. And I look at it like, what side of history do you want your name on?
Yeah. ELE people. Everybody love everybody.
Exactly. Like it gets me upset. But we live in a place that like there are people that disagree with each other, and it's understandable with life. Yeah, you're going to disagree with people, but like at what cost sometimes? And I think
to be fair too, right? You can disagree with someone.
Yeah.
That's totally fine, and I encourage it. Encourage you to always question people. Maybe you don't agree with them. That's fine. But like to then just outwardly outlandish, be a complete jerk to this person. No, that's the dumb part.
No, I agreed. And it's just like, I look at a lot of this stuff too as we need to do more than just keep people aware. Like, yeah, the awareness is good, keep it up, but keep it always going.
Well, you gotta keep the awareness up until things get better.
But what I'm saying is, like, that's how you get change accomplished. A lot of people, like, on social media did that black squares on Tuesday, and that was it. That's all they did. That's all they participated. It's like, yeah, it brought awareness, but, like, how else can you fix these problems other than posting a square? Like, what
And
can
to
we
come
do
to
as a society to come
yeah,
together, both sides come together and figure out a solution of like, maybe it's, oh, hey, maybe we have the cops train for 2-3 years and get like a degree type of job to where they become, where these matters don't exist. Or, hey, maybe it's we do less training with guns. Or, hey, it's maybe we do more peaceful arrests, and how a citizen, giving citizens, like, if you're ever arrested, just, like, there's 3 ways of going about it. You run or you cooperate, and these are the stages of how you cooperate. Like, what do we need to do as a society to make those changes happen? And yes, this awareness is good, but we also got to look at things such as like voting in this country, and those who run. We live in a country that you or I, if we wanted to run for president one day, we can't. Or if we want to run for, senator, we can't. And I think that's something that's what's going to help, is showing up to vote. It's showing up to voice your opinion, because that's where real change comes. When people want to step up to the plate and answer the hard questions. Because, yeah, I'm going to be honest with you, politics isn't easy. No one's going to say that. But someone, there's life or death decisions when it comes to politics sometimes. And sometimes people make the wrong ones, but, vote, have your voice heard, get out there, run for office, make a difference, because that's how we do things. And I mean, we're starting to see that. We're seeing more and more of that. The more and more people show up and vote. I mean, only about 30% of people in America vote. And that's ridiculous. We had a war to become free so that we could have this right.
Sometimes voting's really hard. Like, if you take how voting works here, right, in California, like, you're supposed to go to one specific polling place. You can't go anywhere else. You get assigned this place that you go and then you poll for. So it's like, what? I can only go to one place to do it? Well, what if that's, an hour away?
No, I agree. I mean, that's the crazy part, and that's something that needs to change. And that's what I'm saying, is we need to vote. We need to have our voices heard, because that is a way of preventing, that a lot of times that happens with, ethnic communities, where they happen to be that hour away from a polling place.
Yeah.
Nor can they afford it, because of low income neighborhoods and stuff in areas like that, like you described.
But there a bunch of places are doing that. States are doing that mail to vote.
Absentees, not bad.
No, mail in vote. Like, yeah. Oregon,
that's what
they've been mail. They've been mail in.
Like, I mail mine ballot in all the time. But I mean, like, it's even voting in your local elections and getting the right people elected there, because those are the ones who eventually move up the ladder, move up the GS scale, as they say. And I think that's something that, with all this change, if you really want good leadership, good change, and good representation, vote for the right people. That'll do that and make that happen. Whoever that is you deem necessary. But our voices are heard. So keep letting them be heard. And those are the next steps. We need, if you want true change, you got to make that change happen, and you got to be that change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel you.
But yeah,
it's an interesting time to be alive. This will be a huge change for this country out of this.
Well,
with the pandemic that's going on, with the Black Lives Matters movement, protests and movements, that's really gained like a lot of, it's had momentum for a bit, but now it's like full bore, fire in the engine, they're going, and we have an presidential election coming up this fall. Like, this is a very pivotal and interesting time to be in this
And
country.
you want to know something else that not a lot of people quite understand? It's 2020. Every 10 years, the United States does the census, right? Well, coronavirus hit in March. Well, Census Day is April 1st. And there's such a huge undercount of the United States. And if not everyone fills it out, what it does is it messes up statistics and whatnot, right?
Mhm.
So if your organization serves like say 30,000 people, but due to like the area that it is, right? They say we serve like 30,000 people, but like the area is like, oh no, you guys only serve, 10,000 people because you're that's what the census form says. That's what people filled out. That's what we know. So that's why like some of these places go underfunded and whatnot, because they're not spending the funds correctly because of the census data and how it's skewed, because it's skewed by people not filling it out. And that's another thing that is often missed. And it was tried to be made political by the administration, for voting to get votes and whatnot, when the census isn't political. It's essentially what it is. It's a picture of the US on April 1st, 2020. How many people living, where are they living? Cool. Because
It's informational.
it's so yeah, we need to upgrade Highway 212 in the next 10 years because 10,000 more people are driving on it a day.
Yeah.
It's that, and people don't understand that. And I think, do my part right there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Just got to do as much as you can,
Yeah.
and as much as you can that makes you comfortable as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Not everything's going to be perfect for how you want to show your support for something.
No, exactly. No, but yeah, that was my weekend of fun.
Hey, that's not a bad weekend. Anytime you
No.
get to go into Yellowstone, that's top notch weekend, my guy.
Well, another thing is don't be the person who drives off the road in Yellowstone. Use pullouts.
Yeah, that's why they're there. I mean, obviously, right?
Like I saw this guy. I don't think I already told the story. I think I told it to you earlier today.
Yeah, you told me off, but no, we haven't done it.
But this guy was driving, and it was a rental car of all cars, right? Like, yeah, hopefully you got the insurance. But
it's a rental.
like he like high centered this thing because he just like, oh my god, a bear, and drove off the side of the road and parked like on the dirt. And it's just like, dude, like that's how you ruin the dirt. Like you ruin this ground by driving on it like that. And not only that, but it's like you're making a fool of yourself. And it was dangerous. He was just flooring it and stuff, like, because he was stuck. So people do that. They floor it, and you're just like, if that thing catches pavement, you're going to hit one of these little kids around here. And just like, dude, like,
yeah,
learn to drive. And that, like, just be smart in Yellowstone.
Yeah, people just get selfish.
Yeah.
They want to see the bear. They don't want anybody, they don't care if anybody else does. They want to see it, and they're going to do whatever they can to see it, to get that picture.
Yeah, and it's not about that. And like that's the other thing too, is watching some of these animals. When the more people start to show up, especially with these bears, right? The more people show up, that's when they go into hiding. They go right into the bushes because they're gonna get stressed out too. People are crazy and they'll throw stuff, they'll do things at them, and it's just like you can't do that. Like that's messed up. You're in their home. Let him be. Like you don't like people driving around your house, flashing lights, doing this. So like just keep that in mind sometimes.
Respect them. It's not hard. Okay. Just respect them. But anyways, we're about at an hour. So
damn.
Yeah. Final words for you, my guy.
Well, I think my final words today are think logically, think about what side of history you want to be on, and when you have free time, go explore the places close to you that are cool. That's it.
Yeah. Ditto. Preach out, my guy. I love it. Right? Explore. No, really, seriously. It's just explore right outside your window. You never know what you can find, right? He spent a day. He saw some cool shit, from bears to buffalo to goats to moose, or the plural, as I like to say, moosai. But, anyways, right? Thank you, everybody who's been listening. If you have made it to this, if this isn't your first time listening, and you've watched or listened more than one, you guys are amazing. I'm so thankful for you. Also, the pictures for you guys listening, the pictures that we talked and showed today, we will be posting them onto the Instagram, Quartz Lake Productions.
Let's go.
Yeah, that being said, thank you guys all. Stay beautiful.
Yep. Like and subscribe.